Hi there, welcome to ManKitchen, the cooking show where you don't know how to cook, and neither do I. In this episode, we are going to make the most Wisconsin meal that you could ever make. We are going to make beer, cheese, soup with brats. Okay, let's do this. Okay, as always, the first step, grab yourself a drink. I suppose you're wondering, hey, what's with the bacon? Don't worry about it, it's going to go on the soup. You never question bacon in this house. Never. Anyway, we are going to do it slightly unorthodox. Put the bacon on tinfoil in a baking pan. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you just put your bacon in for about 15 minutes. And it cooks crisp and even. No muss. No fuss. Secondly, we are going to take these brats here and cook them in a way that will be delicious. Alright, just take the brats and cut them into little chunks. Okay, so once your brats are chopped up, you're going to throw them on a pan and cook them. Because, you know, what else are you going to do? We're not going to eat them raw, that'd be gross. Kind of want to give a shout out to Mr. Ben Hartman for suggesting the idea of using the brats in the beer cheese soup. Genius. I don't know why I didn't think of that. It would have been amazing. Or sorry, it's going to be amazing. That's what I meant to say. In your soup kettle, get a dollop, which is a scientific measurement for some. Grab a dollop of butter, put that in there. We're going to let the butter melt while we chop up some vegetables. Okay, recipe calls to use a red onion and some carrots. It says to dice them. I'm assuming you know what dicing is. There's small cubes. I'm not going to film that part because it's going to take me forever because I'm terrible. Now that we have our concoction of vegetables and beer and chicken broth on simmer, because it has now boiled, now we take the remaining beer that we had put in the can, pour it into a mixing bowl. Not the one you're drinking, because no, that would mess everything up. And take 1/4 cup of flour. And we're going to mix these bad boys together. Oh, yeah, it says to whisk it. So whisk it we shall. Alright, so there's that. Okay, so now we gradually add it to the broth. It says to stir it constantly until it thickens. So I'm just going to pour it very, very slowly. Stir, stir, stirdy, stir. It says to add, oh, never mind, this half and half isn't any good anymore. So I'm going to not add half and half, but I'm going to add some milk. Okay, so now is when we add the crispy bacon and the cheese, and you know what? I'm just gonna throw a sausage in there too, just for fun. Cheese, you gotta be careful though, because you don't want it to. You gotta add it in a little by little, because otherwise it's gonna melt in one big chunk, and that'll be not good. Shredded cheddar, by the way. See this cheddar? This cheddar's hand shredded. Shredded cheddar. Get in there. Get in there, cheddar! Another tip is, make too much bacon, because then you get to eat some. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Okay, be sure to crinkle up that bacon real good so you got just chunks of bacon. Alright, now we're going to add in the brat wurst. And now that it's thickened up, you have some of the heartiest soup that I have ever seen. Oh my gosh, it looks delicious! Well, that'll do it for this episode of Man Kitchen. Want to give a special thank you to Jake for recommending beer cheese soup, though I did make a couple changes. And I want to give a special thanks to John and Adam at Born in the 80s podcast at bornintheeighties.net. Go listen to their podcast. It's hilarious. So, any recommendations, put them in the comments. Hit me up on Facebook like John and Adam did, or Jake did. Leave recommendations for things that I should do. Go back and follow the annotations for things that I have done. And, as always, eat, drink, and be awesome. We'll see you next time.